Alright, so a lot of people don't know this about me, but I play guitar, even though I don't really play that much anymore, but I used to actually teach guitar many, many years ago. And so when I was living on 86th Street, it was my first apartment in Manhattan, I was teaching this little kid, and he was visiting family from overseas for the summer. And so I guess it was his aunt, set him up with these guitar lessons for the summer. And so anyway, they come for the first time, and I meet this kid. He's a really, really nice kid. His aunt is a really nice woman, and we start. And so we start, going back and forth a little bit. I start asking him what kind of music he likes, and what does he listen to, and does he play anything? And I asked him to play, and he's very, very kind of a gregarious kid. He's funny. He's not shy at all. But what becomes clear to me is that he does not care about the guitar. Like, he has no interest in playing the guitar at all, And so for the first couple of weeks, it was like, it just felt painful to me to teach this kid how to play the guitar. I felt like I was forcing something on him. And so we did this for like probably 6 weeks, And finally I said, what do you like to do? And he's like, I like to play basketball. And so there were basketball courts in Central Park, really close to where I lived. So I was like, let's go play basketball. So we went out, played basketball. We had a great time. We played basketball. I mean, he was a little kid. So we just shot around, just messed around, had fun, and he had a great time. And I said, listen, I'm not going to force you to play the guitar. Like, music for me is a very spiritual thing. I don't want it to feel like a boxing match, you know what I mean? So if you want, I'm going to talk to your mom, and, maybe you could stop taking these lessons. So anyway, he goes, no, please don't tell my aunt. I didn't mean mom, his aunt. And he said, please just don't tell her, because she'll get really upset. And I was like, okay, but you tell her, like, work it out. I don't feel comfortable accepting her money, and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. He's like, okay, I promise I will. Well, this went on for another 6 weeks, and he would not tell her, but he just made me promise up and down. And I like this kid, so finally, it didn't actually take 6 weeks. I think it was about a month, like 4 weeks. I spoke to his aunt, and I said, listen, I just want to tell you, I'm not teaching him how to play guitar. Like, he does not want to play the guitar. He hates the guitar. He's got no interest in the guitar. And we're playing basketball. And she's like, that's fine. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's fine. You're paying for a guitar lesson. She goes, I'm paying for him to have fun for an hour once a week. It's fine. And so this went on for a while. And she just kept paying me to go play basketball with this kid. And unbelievably, over time, he started to be interested in asking me about playing the guitar, playing music, and he actually started to want to learn some stuff. So I just taught him some basic stuff. It was nothing deep, and he was only going to be there for another, I think he stayed until Christmas holidays that year, like the New Year. And we did play a little bit of guitar, and so this was many, many years ago, okay? So let's fast forward like maybe 25 years. I get an email on Facebook from somebody saying to me, Dear Master. I'm like, Dear Master? What kind of, that sounds really bad. And he goes, I don't know if you remember me, but many, many years ago I was taking guitar lessons with you, and you were kind enough to not force it down my throat, and you took me to play basketball, and I left the United States and I went home to Turkey, and look at me now. I am a huge musical pop star in Turkey, and I owe it all to you. And I'm like, what? And then I look, and this kid has become like a huge star in Turkey. And so who would have thought, like, this kid could care less about music. He loved basketball, but I think, kind of let it come to him. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't force it to him. I just let it come to him, and he decided on his own that he wanted to learn. And I don't know. I like to think that I was a good influence on him, and he took it far beyond what anybody probably expected of him. And I'm just so grateful that he contacted me 25 years later and let me know. And every once in a while I get an email from him, and that's pretty cool. So that's the whole story for this week. This is episode 16. I'm shooting at 17 millimeters. I'm shooting at f2.8. I don't have anything lit behind me. You could probably kind of see it, but it's probably blurry. But really, you just see in my face. And I'm using the microphone on my camera, not the camera's microphone. I have a Boya microphone set up on the camera instead of using a lavalier mic. And that's it. Please subscribe, and please hit the like button if you like what I do. And I will definitely see you next week with 2 more of these. Stay well, take care of one another. Peace.